Hejaaz, in democracies, when a government or a ruling party goes down the wrong path, which often happens in many countries, the answer is elections, which is free and fair, and let the best party win, the one with the best policies, maybe a coalition, whatever. Do you think that it's time for elections in Sri Lanka?
Well, all along we were under the impression that you needed to have a free and fair election, but now I think we need the finances also, right? So this is the kind of issue that we have to deal with now, right? So certainly it is a time for elections, and we really do need elections, but it's a fact that we need elections, and that we might at some point have to face elections, that we also see these laws coming up, and that is a very important issue, as how we are seeing this raft of legislation being rammed through society, which has wide repercussions. I mean, in my view, these are all anti-Aragalia laws, all targeted at this phenomenon called the people's uprising. All of them are targeted at that. The Rehabilitation Bureau was targeted at that. The Anti-Terrorism Bill is targeted at that. The Online Safety Bill is targeted at that. And speaking about anti-terrorism laws, and I can draw your attention to the Barbados anti-terrorism law. It clearly says this law will not, and I can just read it out to you from my phone. It says serious interference with or serious disruption of an essential service, facility or system, whether public or private, not being an interference or disruption resulting from the lawful advocacy or from protest, dissent or stoppage of work not involving a risk, etc. So the anti-terrorism law comes in securing the rights of the citizens. But here we don't see that. Here the law is framed broadly and left at that because it does cover protest. The government cannot insert those clauses which we see in the Barbados laws into this because it does cover protest. That is the idea behind it. And that's what Shereen also said, is that it's post-review, post-enactment review is not available. So we have to wait for all these things to happen for us then to say, okay, I mean, we will know how bad this looks only after it's enacted. So certainly it's time for elections, and I think and certainly not a time for laws of this nature to be brought in, particularly at a time when the government has more or less lost its mandate, and there are serious questions about its mandate being raised.